think the best precaution to prevent these kind of accidents is to educate the young people, show them the statistics that they're more likely to be killed than older, experienced drivers. So I think advertising, education is the way to resolve it.
I mean, the majority of the responsibility is down to the individual driver or rider, but I think you know, they have to take into account, you know, like weather conditions, traffic conditions, you know, volume of traffic on the road, and basically kind of adapt, you know, their driving style to that.
Accident rates in summer and winter months, there is no rules. Our climate is that variable. Obviously the winter you've got ice, you've got snow, sleet, slippery road surfaces, but also in the summer you've got more young people driving, more people in the car, going on journeys. Autumn, you've got the leaves. Leaves can be a high danger in autumn.
We do target, you know, the rural roads. We do have marked vehicles and unmarked vehicles out, targeting what we call prominent crash locations, you know, where we'll get sent to certain areas where statistics show us, you know, that we've had, you know, more than our share of crashes, and they'll go out and do enforcement in these areas.
It's about 9:30 in the morning, 1 November, and it's a normal day. I've had a dodgy tyre for a while, and there's this country road that I have to cross over, and it's on top of a really big hill, and there's a really sharp corner on it. And I know you had to slow down for it anyway, but I must have either underestimated my speeds, or how fast I was going, or the tyre blew finally. But either way, as I rounded the corner, I went into a full skidded for a good few hundred yards, before the car jolted forwards, cleared a wooden fence. I flipped the car 3 times, bonnet over boot, landed in the field on my wheels. At that point, I just think, I'm going to die. I swore too much. And then it kept going. It felt like an eternity. It felt like, well, it was probably like 5 seconds of crash. It felt like 30 minutes of horrendous sounds, senses. And then when I landed on my wheels, I went into a state of shock. When you wake up the next day in pain across your chest, and where the seatbelt hit me, or where the seatbelt stopped me from smacking my face off the steering wheel, the pain, the stiffness, that's when you realise that was actually real, and it terrified me. Thankfully, I was completely unharmed, not even a bruise. So, very lucky.
Well, a lot of the time they say it as young people, as young males, so you say, what a waste of life. Because somebody decided to answer their mobile phone or show off, their CD player blaring, pals in the back with no seatbelt. That's basically a waste of life.
I think in general it's really more down to people taking responsibility for their own actions and driving to the speed limits rather than exceeding it.
Slow down, leave plenty of time for your journey, make sure your vehicle's in good condition, put your mobile phone off, put it in your pocket, pay attention on the road.
Unfortunately enough, we've been to numerous fatal road accidents and serious road accidents. When I go home at the end of the day, you're very much more conscious of how it affects the families of the people involved, and unfortunately we've had to deliver numerous death messages over the years. I would say that's probably the thing that affects everybody the most.
I have a message to all drivers of any age. When you have an accident, it's not just you suffering and your passengers, it's families, grief, fire service involvement, police involvement, ambulances.